welcome to Fallawsophy. I'm your host, Jennifer Fallaw, and tonight we are going to talk about a new exercise as we move forward into conscious creation. Let's see. So we're going to do some readings, yes. It's best if your best chance to get your reading done is to do a Rumble rant on Rumble. So if you are not on Rumble, I do have the link to the show up on Fallawsophy on Telegram, and you can tune in from Rumble. Okay, try to tune in from the app so that you can do everything you need to do there. So we will hold off your questions until we learn the exercise. I do have just a couple sentences of RV news in the beginning, and then I have something that I wrote that I'm going to teach, and then we're going to do readings. Okay, and I will do some free readings too. Okay. Let's see who's here. Gina's here. Seeing if my admin are here. Lots of people here. Hi, everyone. Sunday night with Jen. Out running around today. Okay. All right. So, as far as RV news, Trump this last week was over in the Arab states, countries, and we making deals. And so I believe he's back now. And we're looking at when markets open on Monday. This is our best shot for this. Okay. So keep your eyes open. Behind the scenes, basically everybody's looking for when the markets open on Monday. And that's it for RV news. So I don't know any more than that right now. There's nothing much we can do until then. Yes, could it go in the middle of the night when no one's looking? Probably. That's probably how they'll do it, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Right now, I don't know. Okay. I've got evening shows now. And I'm really not drinking coffee. But we're going to use thoughts over coffee anyway. And sometimes when I sit, now this one I did write. Okay, I was inspired to write. And the way it goes when I'm inspired to write, it's usually pretty emotional. Okay? And it could be pretty sappy at times. So, whatever. A lot of times when I was growing up, when I'd start to write, first I would write like poetry, things like that. And I'd read it back, and it sounded perfect at the time. And then I'd go back and read it back later, and I was like, oh my God, and just trash it. You should never do that. My father was an artist. You should always sign everything that you write. You should keep all of your art. You should keep all of your writings. You shouldn't throw it away. Because sometimes, your masterpiece could be thrown in the trash. And when maybe you just need to go back and improve on it. So if you have a sketchbook, if you have a journal, if you have anything like that, you probably always want to hang on to those. Because there were times when I thought of some of the things I wrote, and then I'm like, God, I should have kept that, because I could go back and edit it now and make it what I wanted it to be. Lately, and this is why, settle in, it's story time, okay? Lately, in talking to people, doing the readings, and keep an eye on it where everybody's at, it's very apparent that a lot of people are going through a spiritual awakening or a level up. ascension. I really never got into, ascension and 3D, 5D. I'm starting to think there's something to it. Okay? Who am I? I don't know everything. But it's happening so much. I mean, it's so apparent when I'm talking to people that I can't ignore it. I can't ignore it. Me, I mean, just everybody I talk to is going through some kind of emotional cleansing, making better choices, maturing, um, physical symptoms, uh, just they're just changing. They're leveling up. And yeah, it could be because of some of the stuff that we've been doing on these shows, but I think I've been called to share this with you now. Um, well, for one, that's my marketing teacher told me a long time, a professor told me a long time ago. When I was always put in groups where nobody wanted to do anything, he told me, Jennifer, if you really want to learn something, teach somebody else. Okay. So after so much time being focused on other things, I've been pulled back into writing. I've been pulled back into putting together this God centered conscious creation. The bits and pieces of my past are starting to form a picture. And if I'm being called to teach you this now, and I'm seeing signs of everybody else going through their emotional ups and downs and spiritual awakening, something's coming. We're preparing. Okay, so you might want to listen up. One thing that I've noticed lately is that a lot of people are really down. Too often, and it's nothing is inflicted upon you. Okay? But if everything was wonderful all the time, would we ever really advance? Would we learn anything? No. I think that's one of the reasons why we choose to incarnate here on Earth. So that we can advance our souls. Know the difference. So lately, a lot of people have been really down. It's really, like I've always said, when you get backed into that corner or you hit rock bottom, or you find yourselves in depths that you need to pull yourself out of, that we rise, that we find the strength to do so. And that is also true at different stages of your spiritual awakening. A long time ago, when I was widowed, that was a hard one. I had to pull myself out of that. And there was a quote in that book that I wrote during that time that I've carried with me all these years. It's also where the name Beacon of Light came from. And that has, for many, many years, been the name and title of many shows and groups and everything else. So I'm going to read you what I wrote, and if it's a little bit sappy, whatever, rough draft. Okay, so when you feel like you're surrounded by darkness, this is the quote. When you feel like you're surrounded by darkness, be a beacon of light. And this is a quote from my children's novel, The Wishflower Field, Marie's Triumph. And who is Marie? At the time, I didn't realize what I was doing. I was starting to get a little bit freaky. How the storyline kind of somehow follows my future experiences. Starting to freak me out. Maria is my middle name. And I wrote that book when my children were little and I was widowed. Time and time again, my journey has put me in positions where I had to be a beacon of light for my own good and for the good of those around me. And time and time again, igniting the beam that my lighthouse on the shore. Wait a minute, what the hell? All right. Okay. So that beacon of light became like a lighthouse on the shore during the storms of life. And one thing that I've learned is that just like in nature, there will always be storms. There's not just one. Waiting for it to pass can seem like an endless night. So, what do we do within it? And do we allow it to take us? Allowing it to take you or not is a choice. Oftentimes, when we search for shelter, we rush into the lighthouse, alone and cold, thinking that it will be enough. And when we get there, it's dark and we're alone, still. Isolated with the walls closing in, but finding no comfort. And it's not until we light the fire in the lighthouse that we find some. That's when we dry off and we reflect. We've made it through the water, we've made it through the waves, we've made it through the storm, and we find our comfort within our lighthouse. We are our lighthouse. Okay? We go within. And we sit in front of that fire and dry off and reflect. But we know we just can't sit there and stay there forever reflecting. The silence is just too much when you do that. Sooner or later, we have to climb the stairs and ignite the torch that sends the beacon out for others to find their way as well. For others to find their way to us so that we're not alone, but also so that they can find somewhere to go to find comfort as well. And as we stand in front of that torch, we hesitate, afraid of who will see it. Will those who follow this light be villains? Are we inviting in the storm into our sanctuary if we do that? A long time ago, I found myself in that position. Do I remain in this sheltered tower alone? Or do I take the chance of being seen and hope for the best? I took the chance. I chose to be seen. But I didn't know how to light that torch. I didn't know how to light the beacon. That is when we, and I back then, call in the captain of all, the greatest of all light keepers. The only one who knows how to keep the light burning. And that is your Father, God. It is in the darkest times when we don't have the answers and we don't know how to do it. And we don't know how to pull ourselves out of that dark place that we're in. Then we need to lean on Him. So I did. And I learned to listen. And through the years, he and I have tended my lighthouse. There were years when the sun came and the visitors were pleasant. All was well. And there were seasons when the storms rattled the windows with deafening thunder. And predators found shelter beside me. But through it all, my light keeper never left me. He battled all the villains, and he mended my tower when it was damaged. He tended the fire and taught me how to keep the torch inside my tower shining. He has been my light and my refuge. But I had to choose to remain with him. I had to choose not to give up and set out on stormy seas that would lead to my end. I had to resist the temptation to follow the convincing visitors to dark places that held false promise. And that training was hard. Very hard. And some of those nights were very long. And most of the time, I never knew when the storms would end. But it is through faith and trusting in my teacher that I became a light keeper, a beacon of light. Lately, we've been learning how to pull our light back so that we can keep our own power and we do not give it away to the unworthy. Okay? Unworthy. We've been learning to mend the cracks in our tower and to get our beacon to shine brighter. We have all been riding out the storm of all storms for the last few years. And many of those pleasant visitors that we invited in turned into villains and they had to go. In our family, in our personal life. Mostly because they corrupted our sanctuary. But all along the way, we have been learning to be light keepers. And when the night is long and the silence is deafening, how do we provide more light and warmth within our own tower? We search for joys within it. We venture out when morning comes and find little things to bring in and provide comfort and joy. We shift our perception and make the most of what we find. We fill our cupboards with joy to sustain us for when the night and the storms come again. We remember that even when there are no visitors, we still have our master light keeper to keep us company. He who never leads to confide in and to lean on. Life can be as turbulent and unpredictable as the open sea. We must fight our way to the shore so that it does not swallow us up. So how do we do that? How do we lift ourselves out of the darkness and find our way to shore? We follow the beacon. Someone else's? Jesus? God himself. We look for the beacon. We look ahead We swim through the seas and we fight our way to shore, and we keep moving forward till we get to that shore with that beacon on it, and we enter the lighthouse and find our shelter. And that's just what you have to do. And then we look for joys within the smallest of things. Any kind of happiness, any entertainment that you can find, anything. When you are in the darkest of places, when you are at your depths, we look for a beacon. We look for anything to pull us forward, to pull us out. This is survival. It is survival of the soul. We cannot listen to villains. They don't want you to find your way to shore. We always listen to the light keeper, and that is God. We ask him to come and to tend to our tower and to be our light, our torch, and be our teacher. We ask him to fill our cupboards with what we need. We ask him to be the love in our empty hearts. We ask him to tell us a different story while we wait out the storm in front of the fireplace with him. A story of hope and unseen days where the sun shines brighter. The key here is that you have to choose to listen. You have to choose to see that day that he's telling you about. You have to choose to look ahead to that beacon. You have to ask. And then you trust in him who strengthens you, and he will show you how to be a light keeper. And year after year, you will become a force to be reckoned with. In the simplest of terms, you have to want to be happy again. I remember saying that over and over when I was widowed. I don't want to be sad anymore. I want to be happy again. And so the girls and I, we kept our chin up and we just kept looking for it. You ever wonder why I find humor in so many things? I'm always cracking jokes. I'm looking for the beauty. I'm looking for the laughter. I'm looking for an instant boost to my vibration when I get down. You have to want it to succeed at anything. You have to really want it. And you have to take the first step when it's shown to you. So we reach out to God and we ask for everything that we need in those moments when the waiting is too long and we don't see the destination, and the night is too long and the storm is too long and the windows are rattling and it's scary, and you've got some little voice back here saying, why don't you just give up now? Because it's never going to get any better. That's when you call to him. That's when you nourish your... This is why I say what I teach will bridge the gap between religions. Because it doesn't have anything to do with rules. Religion is something that man created with a series of rules. You want to nourish your close personal relationship with God. You want to talk to him like your best friend. There is nothing you need to hide. He is looking through your eyes and hearing through your ears and speaking through your mouth and feeling every pain that you are enduring right now. And he wants to be happy again too. But because of free will, he cannot provide for you unless you ask. Unless you decide, I choose to move forward in a positive direction. I choose not to stay here in this darkness, this storm. I choose to go on. You have to want it, and you have to ask for it. Reach out to God and tell him where you are right now and how that feels. Tell him where you choose to go. And ask him to lead you there. Ask him to be everything you need to carry you through and be your truth when all of the voices behind you are telling you to give up. We look to the beacon. We look to the light keeper for our truth. And he will carry you through. This is how you conquer depression, heartache, fear, anxiety, and the unknown. This is how you find your way to true faith with your true, honest connection. The true, honest conversation that goes on between you and him. And the will to move forward and not to give up. Most of the time in life, you have two choices. Life is nothing but choices, really. You can either drown in the water or follow the beacon to shore. Choose wisely. Be a light keeper and not a casualty of the storm. People have always said to me along the way, you're so strong, Jen. It's true that I have become strong. Why? Because I have faced many storms. But I'm soft inside. I'm afraid. And most of the time I feel like a scared little girl. Just like everybody else. This time I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But I have seen time and time again that when I asked, he was there. And he led me out of the storm. And he gave me the answers I needed to move on. And I've seen miracles. And I have laughed again. And everything just seems to turn out okay in the end, even if I don't see it. He is definitely greater than I. I just summarized everything I wrote. So I'm just trying to find my way here. This is why we're told not to put our faith in men. Because they don't have enough strength to get us through some of the things that we have to face. Most of them will crumble without strong faith. You're only going to find that kind of strength in God. That's the only place you're going to find it. And those who believe that's some kind of fantasy, those who believe that, that's wishful thinking, have not done what I just told you to do. Because God's strength and his miracles and his wisdom have been proven to me time and time and time again. And I am the only reason that I'm sitting here talking to you right now, and I am the person that you believe that I am, is because of him. And not because of me. Me, yeah, I chose to listen. I believe that the only reason that I am so accurate with my gifts is because I learned to listen in those times. And all of us can do this too. It's not just for special people. And we have all gone through so much in this waiting. And everything that's happened in our personal lives for the last, I don't know, 5 years. More. Some of us our whole life. If you're still here, you've done well. But lately, I've seen people get down some serious depths. Okay? And I've heard people say some things that sounded pretty close to giving up. We don't do that. We don't have to. Because we have a light keeper. And he will carry you through. You just ask him. Okay. So, and some people say, well, that's a nice story. But God can't come hold me when I'm alone. And God can't pay my bills when everything's, they're going to take things away from me. God can't heal me when I'm sick. Well, yes, he sure as hell can. There was a time when I needed to quit doing this. Just the, survivor benefits of being widowed were running out. I was doing most of my work for free. I had a radio station. Wasn't going to provide enough. Wasn't going to be enough. I was pretty scared. And so I went to him. Prayer, meditation. My kind of meditation is just a deep form of prayer. And I said, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I think I need to go manage business somewhere. I need to make money for my family. I need to help provide. Because my husband sure as hell wasn't able to do that. I had to. And he said, why do you worry so? You work for me now. I will provide. And I had to trust that. I had to trust that. And each and every day I trusted in that. But I stayed open to the ideas that he placed in my mind. God help me do this. God, and every time the PayPal rang or the notifications came that I had made any kind of money, well, I thanked him for it. And I still do to this day. And he provided. And he is very generous. And just when I thought the other day, example, my old dog. I'm like, God, I don't want to have to go and put the dog down. I mean, her hips are so bad. She keeps falling. Every time she goes to the bathroom, she falls in it. And I have to keep washing the dog and, getting up in the middle of the night. And I'm not sleeping. She's getting me up every 3 hours. And it's bad. I'm going to have to bite the bullet and take another emotional hit and go put the dog down. God, can you help me? Can you get her to hang on a little longer? So, I called Jesus in, and Jesus and I walk over there and do a healing on the dog, who couldn't even get up off the floor without my assistance. That was a week ago. Now she pops right up and runs right outside to go to the bathroom by herself, and she has not fallen once. So he can provide healing. We just have to ask for it, and we have to accept that it is done. We have to stop doubting it. He has provided money, and at the time I asked him to provide money so that I could pay my half within the family. I didn't know that I would be divorced and having to pay for everything, and as well as the debt that we all ran up thinking everything, I don't even want to talk about it. But, and I didn't know that the economy was, that it was, we'll refinance the house, and then they took the interest rates up. Well, we're not doing that now. Okay, we'll just let it ride. And then the economy got so bad and everything got so expensive. And the house payment went up and everything else. I never knew that he would provide for me every step of the way. But I had to listen. I couldn't just sit there and lay down and cry and ask and expect money and blessings and everything else just to fall upon me without any kind of effort. You have to ask for it. Excuse me. You have to ask. Somebody asked me one time, Jen, do you ever just lose your faith? And I looked back. In that moment, I looked back. I said, faith in what? Faith in the RV, faith in this, faith in that. Just faith itself. No. Because I have seen the results that deep, close family connection when nobody else is there. He was. And I have seen my children come home safely. I have seen the bills paid. I have gone from a place where I'm counting every cent at the grocery store. And yeah, the shit that was on the wrong shelf at Walmart, that was me on the way to the counter thinking, well, we don't really need this and we don't really need that. And get to like a place of abundance is me going to the store, putting it in the cart and not stressing about what is truly needed before I just go to the counter and I buy it and we're done. That is abundance for me. He has provided for me and my children every step of the way, no matter what man came in and left. No matter who failed me. And this is what he can do for you. Okay? So, we have an exercise for our darkest moments. Because along your spiritual journey, you'll find some emotionally. Okay? Or whatever it is. And it's in those moments that the dark side will talk to you the loudest. They will tell you to give up your faith. They will tell you that you're an idiot for believing. They will tell you that there's no way out. But there is no one greater than him. There is no one. If you listen and you stay open and you ask for it, he will find a way. He will send you the money. He will send you the help. He will send you the guidance. He will give you the ideas that you can put into action to get yourself out of whatever situation it is. And even when you're brokenhearted and nobody else is around, he will you ask him, God, Jesus, fill my heart with love so that I don't hurt so much anymore and I can keep going. And he will. And what you'll notice is just a couple hours later, you're watching something on TV or somebody says something to you, and then it's just so much easier to laugh. So much easier to smile. If we're going to move forward into a place where we create like we do in heaven, 3D, 5D, heaven on earth, we need to develop that close. Most of you already have that close personal relationship with him. Now, many prayers are sacred. pre-written prayers. But when you're in your darkest moments, it's honesty that speaks the loudest. Lay it all on him. God, forgive me, but I'm feeling like this. This is what I did. This is what happened to me. This is what's going on. I cannot stay here. Do not let me give up. Do not let me crumble. Do not let me drown in this sea of sadness. So this is what we do. This is the exercise. I'm not just trying to come down on everybody. You will remember this day. Okay? You will remember this day. That's what the angels do. They look in, they do the angel eye thing. I don't know what they do, but this is what they do. They'll look you right in the eye, and they'll remember this. And you do. It's like the craziest thing. Just trying to do it myself. All right, so the exercise is, we're going to call it the beacon. So when the storm is raging around you, our lighthouse is us, okay? That is our physical vehicle. We're going to go within that. Meditation, okay? Meditation is just sitting quietly and having a visual, okay? Of course, we're always going to start with prayer. God, I'm going to come into meditation because I need you really bad right now, okay? Getting really low. I want you to meet me in the lighthouse. That is me. On the shore of life. Okay? So in your mind, I want you to see yourself walking towards this lighthouse. Yes, it's dark and storming and everything else, and it's dark. There's no light at the top. Okay? And I want you to open the door of the lighthouse. And when you open the door, for all you Christians, you can have Jesus, or, if you're Jewish, you can be God. Okay, that's fine. Either one. Same thing. Open the door, and I want you to see this soft glow in the lighthouse. A comfortable couch in front of a fireplace that's glowing and burning. And I want you to see Jesus and God smiling and asking you to come in and sit down with him. And that is where I want you to dry off and reflect. And I want you to have the conversation with them about how you're feeling and what you need. And I want you to ask them to be with you in your lighthouse and be the light keeper that teaches you to be one forevermore. And to do that as many times as you like and for as long as you need. I want you to resist telling them that you can't do whatever they suggest you do. Because that's going to block your progress. That's going to block them from giving it to you, from creating it in your reality. And someday, when you feel strong enough and you're done talking, I want you to climb the stairs to the tower with them. And I want you to ask them to light the torch. Or to teach you how to light the torch. And so this is how we're going to see ourselves as these lighthouses on the shore, because you will go on. Anybody who's watching me right now, one way or another, you're going to be put in a position to be a beacon of light. And the longer that you do that, you will become a force to be reckoned with. Your torch will shine brighter and brighter, and more will come to you. And then you tell them what you did and how you learned to light that torch. Okay? Another thing we can do, and I've always done this, I've always needed something, one thing to look forward to. My dad taught me that. Vietnam vet. Stuck in the jungle. Could die at any moment. Scared shitless. He said, Jenny, I've always had to have something to look forward to get me through. So I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's an hour from now, or tomorrow, 3 months from now, or next year. You plan something fun, something to look forward to. And that becomes your beacon. Okay? Because time will march on. I have wrinkles to show you that it does. Okay? It does. It keeps going. And there's no point in getting this far and giving up now. So this beacon exercise will be an ongoing thing. You can even go into it to say your prayers at night. And when your lighthouse needs repairs, your body, ask Jesus to do it. Ask God to do it. And trust that it will be done. Okay? Another thing you can do is to find joy in the smallest of things. We want to, now that we've learned to cut off the old ties of the others that are draining our energy, we need to learn how to boost it. Okay? Most of the time when we suffer from, now depression is something that's really hard to pull out of, okay, and anxiety, but you can. I have. You can. One little moment at a time. One baby step at a time. Okay? And the way we do that is we look for it. We look for the joy. We look for the beauty. Walk around your home if that's all you've got. If all you have in your life is you and the dog and some food, go and eat something that is good. And enjoy eating it at that moment. I really enjoy this. I'm enjoying myself right now eating this. Don't worry about anything else. We're fighting depression. Just eat the damn sandwich, okay? Make a cookie. I don't care. It's the joy in the moment, okay? Now, I'm not saying be destructive and do drugs and everything like that. If you're going to use that as an excuse, well, maybe that's something you need to talk about in front of the fire in your beacon, in your lighthouse, okay? House for strength is that. But if you feel like nobody in the whole world loves you except this dog, then enjoy the dog. Love the dog. Play with the dog. Be thankful for the dog. Because when you thought you're never really alone. Okay? Even when you think you are. God sent you a dog. God sent you unconditional love. Snap out of it and recognize it for a moment. Okay, smallest of things. All right. So I had stuff by Walmart today. So today they just got like a fresh bin of the big, like, colorful bouncy balls. Like, they used to be like a $2 ball. And I swear to God, I was so excited. And I can't buy one anymore and play with it because the kids are grown up. But we used to have so much fun with those stupid balls. I mean, that was like the cheapest thing I could do. And that's another reason why my girls turned into power servers and volleyball. Because there were times when I didn't have a lot of money. And I'm like, you want to go get some new bouncy balls? Heck yeah. And so we would go and get a $2 ball. Everybody get a $2 ball. Half of the 4-level house. The garage was 1 level. And it was flat in the front and the backyard. And so we would play this game that we called house ball. And we would launch anything we could find over the garage into the backyard, and it's like a point if you get it all the way over the house without it rolling back. I don't suggest using like basketballs. That hurts. Okay? We did that. Don't do that. Volleyballs, anything. So the joy I felt today when I was there, just remembering that. And I'm like, well, I really want to buy like some bouncy balls and go play with the kids in the yard. Like, why not? I mean, I didn't because, they totally would have done it with me. I swear to God, if I came home with new bouncy balls, those girls, they would have played house ball with me. They would have done it. Except the backyard now at this house, it rolls down the hill. It's not that much fun. But we have found something to launch it over. So then when they get into volleyball, okay, everybody in every team around was just scared shitless to even when they got up to serve and nobody would touch it. Just win the whole damn game because everyone was afraid. Because we learned to launch anything we could find over that house. And they got really strong. God, I miss that. That was fun. You know what? Next time I go to Walmart, I'm gonna buy a ball just anyway. Just to add joy into my life. Do it. I should have done it. And me and Katie, I would have had to cancel the show because we'd be out in the front yard playing with the balls. And I also saw that they got a bit fresh bin of volleyballs in, and those were cool. The cheap volleyballs. Totally doing that next time. These are the kind of, and it's something, it's like, oh, why are you doing that? Your kids are grown. It's like, because I need to add joy in my life right now because I've been in a depressed state, okay, and I need a huge burst. I need a boost of vibrational energy. When you laugh at something, when you remember happy memories, when you do something stupid like that just because it's fun, you are boosting the depressed vibrational state that you are in right now. And pretty soon you're laughing. And pretty soon you forgot all about it until you go back to bed tonight and remind yourself, oh, that's right, my life freaking sucks. And I'm going back outside to play with the ball. So we need to add things like this into our life, especially you have to force yourself to do it. Because it's way too easy to stay there and say, you know what, I think I'm just going to go back to bed. There's no progress in bed. I mean, what are you really doing? Nothing. You're giving in. I told you people, and I've said it many times. Most of you heard it when I was referring to, the operation that's going on right now. The plan to save the world, the Q posts and everything else. That's not really what I was talking about. We are the ones that go first. That means that we will go through the worst of it and have to rise from the ashes and come out the other side so that we can teach the rest of them how to do that. You're not born strong. You become strong. And many of you have. But even the strong get tired of being strong. So if you ever get to that place where I can't take it anymore, I can't wait for anything anymore, there's too much waiting, there's too much disappointment, there's not enough happiness, there's not enough love, go find it. We can find it. I mean, I don't care what it is. I mean, anything to make you happy, like anything. Any small little thing for any moment Any boost of laughter, any boost of happiness is going to think about this vibration going like this. You get down below a certain line, you are susceptible to attack. And I hate to say this, but I've always had this thought in my mind that whenever I got really, 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 really down or really, really sad, I'm like, I have to pull out of this or I could just die. I could just die from a broken heart. Isn't that weird? It's almost like all of a sudden there would be this pop. And that would be it. I don't know if that's true for me. Like I'm on extra credit here or something, but I've always known that I could feel it getting down to that point, like the vibration in the body. That is life force energy. I don't know if that's true, but we can't let ourselves get down that low. Okay? Go and seek the happiness. Go and find it. Go watch something funny. Get on the freaking TikTok or Facebook or whatever, start going through funny videos. Even if you're crying and depressed, do it anyway. You have to pull yourself out of this slump. You have to pull yourself out of that ditch. You've got to find your way to the shore. And you got to make it to the top of the tower, and you need to light that torch. Because there's a whole bunch more boats coming someday. And we're going to need to shine a light for them. And you may not care in that moment, but someday you will. And if you came in here to do that, and you get home, you gave up and you went home to heaven, listen, if you have a spiritual destiny to come here and to be that beacon of light on the shore and you pass on it because it's too hard, your life's probably going to start getting worse and worse and worse because you are off your path. You're out of balance. Okay? We want to ace all the tests, however hard it is. And the only way we're going to be able to do that is by keeping that vibration high. And the only way you're going to keep your vibration high is being centered with God. God-centered conscious creation. Okay? Okay. I got that out. That was almost channeled today. I mean, had to do that one. All right, so let's get over. Everybody can start rumble ranting now. And I will get to your questions. Let me get to the chat.
$2025 just got a whole lot better, and here's why. They just launched.
I hate stupid ads. I don't really make anything on them. I should just take them off. I don't even know how. I really hate commercials. So annoying. Okay. All right. Do we have any rumble rants? Any takers? $13. Thank you. Let's get it going, people. Mama needs to buy a new air conditioner. Yep, that sucks. And I'm pretty sure I need a new furnace, but that's probably not going to happen. I don't know. I'll go down there and rig it somehow. I have no idea. Hey, Jen, this is Amber from Washington. Do you see me getting approved for my request on my list at my medbed appointment? Like the request for your body? Like what you want to heal? Yes. Gabriel says yes. Okay. Cindy Gable here. Can you tell me what happened to my kitten Leo? Probably not. I'm not good at that's a Susan Gretz question. Like, did he pass? Comment more. Did he pass away or did he run away? That's another thing that made me depressed is that my my cat that I've had forever. I thought she was like eternal. I have no idea how old she was. She was looking pretty bad. I think she ran off and died. I haven't seen her in like 7 days. Cindy, can you give me some more information on that? Let me see what I can do. He just keeps saying pulse. All right, let me ask Jesus. Birth defect. There's something with the circulation and the pulse. Scott, 1484. Hi, Scott. The house by the river they took off the market. They made it They made it into an Airbnb. Still the house I get. Make it a good deal. Make a good offer. I'd double it. Hi, Jen. Does the RFA also depend on how Trump and Putin's meeting with Zelensky this Monday morning at 10 a.m.? Oh, do they have one? No. That might be cover. There's something already decided with that. If anything happens with that, that is public reveal right there. All right, so I did it. Where am I? Okay. Weather Joe. Hi, Joe. Hey, Jen, love these Sunday nights with you. This isn't a high priority, but my grandson Kershaw has a baseball tournament next weekend. Can you tell me how he does? Kershaw. They bench him for a little while. I don't know why. He does play, but I feel like he spends most of his time on the bench. Sorry. Hi, Jen. This is Pam. My little granddaughter Haley wants so much to have a little sister or brother. Do you see my daughter-in-law Tina having another baby? Well, that's personal. We'll see what we can get, okay? Let's see if you have another grandchild. That's not what we can ask that because that's your business. Yes, she does. 2027. The Kel, I don't have a question, it's just a thank you. Here's a wee bit to help with the air conditioner. Oh, thanks. Thank you. I have no idea what it's going to cost. I just know it's old. I have them coming out. They're gonna make me get a new one. I know it. I just know it. They come, they see me coming from a mile away. Though. Oh, no husband. Oh yeah, you gotta get a new one. I'm like, you know what? I need an old guy who knows how to fix everything to come over here like somebody's dad to come over here and help me with stuff. That's what I need. Okay. Carol here. Do you see my angels or God? Oh, do they have any messages for me? Carol. Want to be more specific with the questions because it's your personal information. I'm going to get random stuff. Let's see if we got anything. It's going to be okay. I go like this. It's going to be okay. Calm down. You got a lot of tension in the upper chest and the back and neck area and stuff, and it's making you uncomfortable. Twitching in the arms. Oh, magnesium. You should take magnesium. you're holding, like, you're not one of those people that outwardly stresses or screams and yells and stuff, but you hold a lot of it in you. Relaxation techniques. You need to do something like that. Not because something bad is coming. Don't freak out and stress about that. I'm just saying that that you need to calm down because everything is going to be okay. Susan Grants. Need a sugar daddy. It's not so much that I need a sugar daddy. I just need some dude that knows how to fix stuff. That's what I need. All right? Well, I got Randy. But Randy's busy with other things, stuff, and he doesn't. I need somebody who knows how to rig the air conditioner. Let's do that. Hi, Jen. It's Julie. Currently doing everything I can to take care of my children, grandchildren, and mom. I'm clueless as to what to do post RV. Can Jesus, the angels, give me any insight? Or you give everybody some money so they can take care of themselves. You get mom in a med bed, so you'd have to do that. It's going to come to you. Basically, you're just going to pay everything off and take a trip or two, relax for a while, make some home improvements, and then it'll come to you. You'll figure out what you want to do from there. The inspiration will come, is what he's saying. Okay. Cindy Gable here. Does my sister in heaven have anything to say to me? I kind of need her name. Okay, Cindy Gable, sister in heaven. Michael. Because she just rushed right in. She wants you to know that she can see you. She's all excited about it. She wants somebody to tell you that she can see you. I know what you know now, and soon it's a go. Talk about the RV. Tell me. She just pointed at me. I'm liking Cindy's sister. Oh, crap. I lost my place. What the hell is it? Shit. Okay, so that one was yellow. And it was 5. What the hell is it? Damn it. 30, 10, 5, 13. Where's the 5? There it is. Butter's mom, thank you for $50. That was so nice. Thank you. Joan, this is Joan P. Love your message. You have helped so many of us. Love you. Oh my goodness, you're so sweet. Love you too. That is so nice. Thank you. Misunderstood 427. Jen, it's Arlene, new rant. I lost my home with the hurricanes and been homeless and renting hotels and Airbnbs. When do you see me renting or buying a home, and where, please? Florida or Texas? Florida, next month. Don't send me $10. I know. I have to get to the Rumble Rants first, and then I can get to all the other questions. But Beth Costanzo, thank you. Hey Jen, will my daughter Juliana buy my house? This is next door to me. Oh, that is next door to me. Yeah, it's going to take another month or 2. It's coming up soon, though. I think it's in the summer. Crap. Oh, good. There. Yeah, highlight it so I know which one it is. Okay. This is Kathy B. Will I stay in Oregon or move to North Carolina? You stay. You can find another house in the woods, is what I'm hearing. Thormus. Hello. Hi, Tom. Hey, Jen, do you see Thatcher coming home from NICU this week? In about a week. Week to 10 days. Might be like 8 days. Yes. Hi, Jen, Julie again. Thank you again. Where do you see me most content? Beach house or hill country? Beach house. The climate's really better for you for some reason. But you're not gonna like it if there's too many people around. So think about that when you're finding a place. Or look at what kind of people you have around. Okay, I8 Spring. Do you see us moving to a new house in a different state soon? My name is Tina. We are kind of homeless at the. Well, don't send me $5, Tina. If we are homeless at the right now, Tina. You do drive to a different state. This is happening pretty soon. You rent something first, and then you look for something you want. Sounds like RV happens. Something happens anyway. I do see you traveling. It's like 1 state over or 2 states over or something like that. Dr. Sarah, Jen, so grateful what we are stepping into. So grateful to choose it with you and all that are consciously choosing it. Adore you. I adore you too. Thank you very much. Brad, 2001. Jan here. My son is looking to buy a house. Do you see me helping him with RV funds? Let's see, Jan helps. Yeah. I think he's in a house, or you help him that is complete by August. Like as of this moment in time, people. As of this moment in time. Beth Costanzo, $20. Jen, would the Humanitarian Project Zim be another meeting after the RV? No. Or are we? It's all in the same meeting. I don't know. Like, I did. Scott, text me the question so I can do it, please. Thank you. I missed somebody. I misunderstood's rant. Sorry about that. All right, this one. No, what I've seen, and I don't know if I'm seeing the exact images, but it looks like there's either there's definitely a separate representative that comes to sits with you, so it's a different seating on the same day at the same appointment. So you either leave the room you're in or the desk that you're in front of and go and sit in front of another one, or they come in. Okay. Scott, can you copy and paste that to me? Text it to me. Because I don't want to scroll back because I'm going to lose my spot. It gets confusing. B. Gaston 68. Hi, Jen. Thank you so much for everything you do for us. I want to know which house you see me in. Beachtown or 25th Avenue or 29th Avenue. I'm looking forward to meeting you in Vegas, Beth. Me too, Beth. 25th Avenue. All right, let me get over to Scott's text and see. Thank you, Scott. Scott B. And you're not even my admin. You're so helpful, Scott B. Thank you so much. Scott B is the one who sends me the flowers. I never forget when people send me flowers. I love getting flowers. I don't know why people don't like getting flowers. I mean, that's like the most beautiful thing from outside. Besides fruit, fruit is really good. High vibrational energy in both those things. You bring that into your home. You know, don't bring things in the cat. They'll poison the cat. But just to have that, every time I walk by it, when somebody sends me flowers, I'm reminded of the kindness, you know, of the thought and the beauty of it. I just love it. Misunderstood. When do you see me going in the med bed? I have a heart failure, cancer. Oh my goodness. Send me your picture and your first and last name to my email. Go to jenniferfallaw.com. Yeah, I need to take this down anyway. There we go. Go there. My email is everywhere. Email me your picture and your name, and I'll start doing healings on you. Don't worry about the money. Arlene. I think I've done these before on you. Medbed. July 27th. Okay, got that one done. Get back in there. Okay. Sorry, this is Joe again. Well, don't be sorry because you sent me $20 again. Just a quick follow-up. Kershaw's been playing great. Does he get hurt, or maybe he doesn't play well during? No, I think there's something going on with like a shin splint or his ankle or something like that. I didn't want to say anything, but that's kind of what I saw. Maybe wrap it beforehand. We can avoid that. Sean here. I have been having a high heart rate lately. Anything to be concerned about? Yeah, your blood pressure is high. You should go in and have it checked. I think there's a couple things that you could work on just to get that down. There is some health anxiety when anything starts happening around there. Also, your fluids are down or off, is what I heard. You should probably go in and get a blood test or get checked out. So make sure. We don't want to mess around with the heart. Okay? I'm not getting that you have a serious situation, you know, but I do think that they'll be able to figure it out and you'll be able to get that in check and manage it. Okay. Dentra 112, $50. Thank you. Hi, Jen. I love and appreciate you and your caring, kind presence. Will my son Bill and I be relocating to the Carolinas this year to live near Jeremiah, my grandson, and his wife, Brianna? Not this year. I really see it over like February, March of next year. You get pretty busy with some other things, and I think that you just kind of put that off until then. For some reason you do. Hi, Jen. My brother Walter died in November of 2024. Can you tell me what he died of? Yeah, that's going to take a little more time. He lived on the East Coast, and I am in the West. Thank you, Betty. Unfortunately, that's going to take a little more time and focus. Betty and Walter. It was a cardiac arrest from what I can see really quick right now, but there is an overall all over body condition that led to that was not being addressed. I kind of think I feel like it has something to do with the blood all over, so it could have been diabetes, it could have been something like that. but it's going to take me more time in private to focus in on that. Okay. Dragon John, thank you. Hi, Jen. John here. Will I be living in Texas or in Conway? Or do I buy one in each? I'm just thinking Conway. It's Texas. You really like it there. Yeah. It's Texas. Hi, Jen. Julie again. Sunday nights with Jen bring me joy. Thank you for all you do. Oh, cool. Thank you. You're so nice. So nice. Skippy, you missed my rant. Gave me $2 more. Okay, which one was it, Skippy? Where was it? I don't want to scroll back. I'm going to lose. All right, well, Skippy, the $2 stands out pretty quick. What was it? Where was it? I don't see a Skippy rant. Going through the list, Skippy. I don't see it. It probably disappeared. I see no Skippies. All right. See, now I don't even see your $2. They must be see, when you do $2, it's gone in like a minute or so. That's what's happening here. All right. Beth Costanzo. Hey, Jen, how do they determine what humanitarian projects they will approve? I really don't know. I have my proposal ready. Do they take any time frame to decide? Yes, there are. What I've seen is that they approve them in waves because they don't have enough managers to manage everybody's projects all at once. Okay, so they'll approve some, and then they'll pair those people up with project managers, and then the project managers will sit down and say, "This, you got to do this, this, and this. Let's figure out where we're at. What do you need? Here's your first phase of funding. Get started." Then they'll move on and they can start handling other people's, and then they'll have all these people, and they hire more managers or whatever. So what I've seen is there's like a first initial wave where people find out within a couple months of approval after the exchange appointment, and then there's another one that comes around like end of year or beginning. No, I think there's another one end of year, and then there's one like in February. From the readings that I've done, that's what I've seen. Okay. Aloha USA 1. Love you, Jen. This is Debbie. Should I proceed with scheduling a full knee replacement surgery, or will I get into a med soon? I appreciate you. I do think that you get into a med this year, but if you're really uncomfortable, that is as of this moment in time. So I can't tell you not to schedule a surgery that you need to wait on a med appointment. I mean, if you do have the surgery and the med beds come, then go get in the med bed and they'll just be all healed up and everything else. I'm afraid that's a judgment call. Annette, stop it. People texting me. Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, I thought I only read the first line of your text when it popped down, and I thought you were talking crap. Okay, Skippy, do I need to go into another line of business? I need in the meantime money if the reset is going to keep being delayed. The new business will take 90 days and a second mortgage on my house. Okay. You need to do whatever you need to do right now. It is business as usual until it is not. We don't sit around waiting on the RV and keep our life on hold. We do whatever we have to do right now. As of now, everybody's saying it's supposed to go on Monday. Could there be another delay? Yeah. Yeah. Get a side job. Listen, I'm going to teach you pearls of wisdom for everybody here. Everyone should always have a side gig. Always. You should never depend on your hourly wage, your salary, because life will hit you in the face. And you should always have some way to pull in some extra when you need it. Okay? All right, let's stop with the rumble rants because we're like at we're getting pretty, and because I want to get to some of the other questions too. But I appreciate everybody who did the rumble rants. Thank you very much. $10, and I'll tell the story in a minute. B Diaz 929. Hi Jen, thank you for doing these readings. My name is Becky, and I have two sons, David and Mark, who have passed. Can you see if they are together and with my mother? Any message for me? I'm so sorry, hon. Becky, David, and Mark. Wish I had last names. Well, I assume it's Diaz. They're talking about a special day that's coming up that's important to you. We're going to come find you on the day. I don't think about they're talking about the day when you pass away, okay? But don't go step into fear when something like that happens. But they plan on being there at the next. What day are you talking about? They just left. I think they're going to be with you for the RV appointment. Scott B. Okay, I missed this one. Okay, Gina and Scott B, thank you. I missed one for Paul L. Here in Washington, I've been submitted for many contract jobs and some interviews, but no offers. I can pay bills through June. In size to get job income before RV. Hard not to worry some. Yes, I know it is hard not to worry some, but we need to, like I just said, what can you do? What set of skills do you have? And this leads me into my story. Yes, pick something else up. Pick something else up because yes, it could be delayed. As of now, I mean that's coming right up. Okay? We don't ever want to get that close to a deadline financially. Okay? Here's the story. Stop with the rumble rants. So when did we have Katie? Yeah, we had Katie. Katie was a baby and Faith was a toddler, and I was married to my first husband, the one who passed away, but hands of drunk driver. So anyway, these were the good days, and cute little blue house. We owned our own home, and he was a superintendent for a high-end builder in Rancho Santa Fe in San Diego. But there was always something. There was always some reason. It was expensive to live there. There was always some reason, with babies and everything else, that we needed to make some extra money. He always had some kind of side gig, and he was creative. So because he made friends with all the subs because he was a superintendent, and they were putting in these, 15,000 square foot homes in Rancho Santa Fe for ball players and movie stars and everything else. And there's this guy that he made friends with who was they want mature landscaping in these homes. So there's this guy who owned a nursery who would go and buy trees and plants from existing people's yards, transplant them into his nursery, and then go and put them and transplant them into the new homes. Okay. And one thing that was hard to find was the big canary palm, the big palms. Okay. Everybody wanted those. So God, I forget the guy's name. But he told my husband, he was asking him, he's like, well, how much somebody pay for one of those palm trees? It's like, well, like $7,000 per palm tree. And Bill's like, well, where do you get them? And he goes, well, we just go around to the neighborhoods and I ask people, if they want to sell me their tree. And my husband's like, well, it doesn't seem like you have enough time to do that. He goes, I don't. I'm having trouble with it. And Bill's like, I'll do it for you. How much you give me per tree? And he's like, well, I'll give you. It was 1,000 for the short ones and like 2,000 for the big ones. And so that's what we started doing. On the weekends, we'd strap the kids, pack a lunch, and we start driving around the neighborhoods looking for those trees in people's backyards. And my husband would go in and say, hey. So they would give the person who owned the tree, like, let's see, depending on it, between around $3,000. So you got some old tree in your backyard, and you're broke, and we go into these neighborhoods where people need money, and we would look for the trees, and he would go in and say, hey, do you want $3,000? Can I come in and get that tree? And they'd hand him a card, and the guys would come in the next day with this big thing that grabbed the roots and everything, and a semi with a trailer, and haul it away. $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000. That's how we made our extra money. And it was fun. Me, over the years, when I was doing other things, I had this, the psychic thing. My side job turned into my profession. But we should always have something. Can you make something? Can you make something and sell it? Do you have a special skill? Do you have a special talent? You should always have a side job. All right. Okay. Where the hell are we at? I lost my place. Okay. Gina, you and Marcy should talk because you guys are like birds of a feather over here. I mean, they're on it. They're all typing in caps. That's my girl. Okay. All right. I'm just scrolling through to pick questions at random that I didn't get to do. Hi, Jen. My name is Kat. I want to know if my mom, Vada, that is 99 years old with dementia, will get into a med bed. July. You're going to have. Somehow you pull this off. Somehow somebody gives the permission. Yes, I do see her getting in there. It's a long shot, but I think she gets in there. Iridescent 7, I'm selling guitars, bike, crystals, will sell silver as well, also looking at side jobs. Yeah. There are so many things that you could do to pick up extra money. You just have to get creative with it. My husband was really good at that. He'd figure it out. He was so smart. Okay. Randomly scrolling. I think I did that. Rumble L. Sad, some people do not have money to send, just ignored. Will I get an animal medbed center? Did I ignore you? Am I here right now? If you were here, sitting in my place, would you not have to do the rubber bands people paid for first? Knock it off. Yes, you will get a medbed center. I did that one. People aren't rumble ranting again, are they? No. Okay. 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 Although I appreciate it, but I don't want to. I think I'm going to have to get going. Lori 369, hi Jen, Lori from Ontario, Canada. Do you have any positive news for us Canadians? Well, yeah, you're going to be American soon. I'm serious. I really think that you are. Right on. Yeah. When's that going to happen? Fall. I just heard that. Fall. Okay. Cindy Gable, I missed your $5 Rumble rant. Question is, do you see me living in southern Georgia? Yes. Like right away, like in a month and a half or 2 months, as of this moment in time, and if it goes on Monday. Teddy Cassie, hi Jen, this is Kat from Montana. When will I meet that special person who is a perfect match for me? Kat. September. Yes. I said, is it this year? He said yes. Shave your legs. Get ready. Do your sit-ups. I just say shave your legs because that's me. My girlfriends used to say that. Every time we were gonna go out and there was somebody cute there or something, it was a joke. Shave your legs. All right, guys. I'm gonna get going. What time is it? Yeah, I gotta go figure something out for dinner. Oh, wait a minute, this one. Hi, I'm Colleen. My husband Jess is having open heart surgery Tuesday. Everybody pray for Jeff, Colleen's husband, that his open heart surgery goes well on Tuesday. Will he be okay? Textbook. He will be okay. It's going to be a painful recovery. Okay, he's going to be down for a while, but he will be okay. He will recover. Yes, Gina. Gina, you're good at this. Thank you for all that came tonight. Please hit the like button and thank me. Oh, thank Jen for her time. Yes, thank you everybody for showing up tonight and listening to me and putting up with me. So, yeah, we're all looking for everybody behind the scenes, my angels, everybody's saying Monday. Everybody's saying Monday. Well, if Monday comes and goes and it's Tuesday, close enough. Okay. You can't argue with what's going on with people spiritually. I'm just saying. You can't argue with it. And I'm not the kind of person that jumps on with, oh, another thing that's really cool. I don't really get into like the twin flame, everybody's your soulmate because you can't like let them go. I don't get into all of that, but I'm not telling you. I'm seeing a lot of soulmate connections. I'm seeing twin flame connections. I'm seeing people going through spiritual awakenings. I'm seeing power ups. I mean, this is like, it's really exciting, actually. It's really exciting. We're coming up on it. We're coming up on a big shift. Everything's about to flip is the word that I just heard Gabriel say. So I don't really know what that means, but it's coming. Something's coming. The change is coming. Change gonna come. So go through your emotional stuff. Get it over with. Stay faithful. Rise above it. Make the changes. Do the work. You're becoming the greatest version of yourself so that you can walk forward into this time and be ready for it and make the right decisions. Okay? Stay faithful. Stay strong. We're all going to get there. Okay? Okay. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you tomorrow morning on Real News Live with Mike and Jen on Rumble with some new Gentel.